कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवा सादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्यामा कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। मथुरापुरी धाम की जय जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय जय। गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय जय। तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की जय जय। श्याम वेद भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Hare Hare Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om
Om
Namo
Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya. Today we are reading Canto 3, Chapter 13 and text number 9. I'm going to recite it 3 times, then you please repeat after that. ब्रह्मोवाच प्रीतिस्तुभ्यम् अहं तात स्वस्ति स्वस्ताद् वाङ्क्षीतीश्वर यन्निव्यर्थलीकेन हृदा शाधि मेति आत्मनार्पितम् प्रीतिस्तुभ्यम् अहं तात स्वस्ताद् वाङ्क्षीतीश्वर यन्निव्यर्थलीकेन हृदा शाधि मेति आत्मनार्पितम् प्रीतस्तुभ्यम् अहं तात स्वस्ताद् वाङ्क्षीतीश्वर यन्निव्यर्थलीकेन हृदा शाधि मेति आत्मनार्पितम्. Please recite.
Brahmovacha Pritastubhyam Aham Tata Swastishtadaatvam Kshitiswara Yan Nirvyalikena Hrida Shadimatyatmanarpitam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
ब्रह्मोवाच प्रीतस्तुभ्यम् अहं तात स्वस्तिस्तद्वां क्षितीश्वरा यन्निर्व्यलीकेन हृदा साधिमेत्यात्मनार्पितम्.
Hare Krishna. Oh, you can go, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Brahma Vacha Pritastubhyam Aham Tat Swasti Stadavam Shiti Swara Yan Nirvayalikena Hrida Shadi Mitya Atmanarpitam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Brahmarvacha Vitastubhyam Maham Tatta Savishtishtadvam Shitishvara Yang Niryalikena Hida Shadi Meti Atmanarpitam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Ramanavacha pritastubham aham tata satistadbham kshitishvara yannirvayalikena rida sadimeti atmana आत्मनारम्पितम्। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Anyone else would like to cite? All right, I cite. Brahmovacha प्रीतस्तुभ्यम् अहं तात स्वस्तिस्ताद्वां क्षितिक्षवरा यन् यन्निर्विलिकेन हृदा शाधिमेत्यात्मनार्पितम्. Synonyms: Brahma Vacha, Brahma said, Pritaha, pleased, Tubhyam, unto you, Aham, I, Tat, my dear son, Swasti, all blessings, Stat, let there be, Vam, unto you both, Chitikshvara, O Lord of the world, Yat, because, Nirvili, nir, nirvil, Nirvalikena, without reservation, Hrida, by the heart, Shadhi, give instruction, Ma, unto me, Iti, thus, Atmana, by self, Arpitam, surrendered. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charnaran Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Brahma said, My dear son, O Lord of the world, I am very pleased with you, and I desire all blessings for you, both you and your wife. You have without reservation surrendered yourself unto me with your heart for my instructions. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The relationship between the father and the son is always sublime. The father is naturally disposed with goodwill towards the son, and he is always ready to help the son in his progress in life. But in spite of father's goodwill, the son is sometimes misguided because of his misuse of personal independence. Every living entity, however small or big he may be, has the choice of independence. If the son is unreservedly willing to be guided by the father is 10 times more eager to instruct and guide him by all means. The father and son relationship as exhibited here in the dealings of Brahma and Manu is excellent. Both father and the son are well qualified, and their example should be followed by all humankind. Manu the son unreservedly asked the father Brahma to instruct him, and the father, who was full of Vedic wisdom, was very glad to instruct. The example of the father of mankind may be rigidly followed by mankind, and that will advance the cause of the relationship of fathers and the sons. Om Ajnanatimirasya Jnananjana Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahegana Raghunatanavitam Tam Sadyam Shradhavaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahegana Lalita Shri Vishakhanimitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namne Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarani नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्वशे नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्त रूप स्वरूपकं भक्तवतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्त शक्तिकम् हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांतम से तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुएव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् श्रमतां सुकथा कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हरदिन्तैस्तुभद्राणि विधिनोति सुरस्नाम् नष्टप्रायश बद्धेषु नित्यम भागवसेव्य भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टकी. Hare Krishna. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3rd, Chapter 13, text number 9. The translation goes like this. The Lord Brahma said, "My dear son, O Lord of the world, I am very pleased with you, and I desire all blessings for both you and your wife. You have without reservation surrendered yourself unto me with your heart for my instructions." Hare Krishna. So here we see that this third canto is basically talking about this, especially in this chapter, talking about the creation process. So during the part of the creation, Lord Brahma, because he was very much passionate about creating the world. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 10 topics which are being described by Srila Sukdev Goswami. The first one is Sarga, means the creation, or the primary creation done by the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. And then Visarga, secondary creation, is done by Lord Brahma. So here we are discussing here that how Lord Brahma is basically giving birth to many living entities. So here Lord Brahma, after giving birth to Manu Maharaj and his wife. So Manu Maharaj, who is the Swambhu Manu. So his name was Swambhu because he took birth from Swayambhu. So there are two names here. One is Swambhu. Here the Manu Maharaj name is Swayambhu, and Lord Brahma's name is Swayambhu, because Lord Brahma, he did not take birth from a mother and father. He appeared on the top of the lotus coming out from the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So his name is Swayambhu, and the Manu Maharaj name is Swayambhu. So that's little difference. Yeah. Yesterday also in Sunday like Sunday Feast class, I was explaining about Vasudeva and Vasudeva. So here is also little different. So Swambhu Manu, he's the first Manu in this kalpa. So Swambhu Manu once appeared from Lord Brahma, and he got his wife Shatrupa. So both of them actually pray to Lord Brahma that what can we do for you, my dear father. So here this that when they actually ask for the instruction, from the father, so Lord Brahma became very pleased. This is the secret of pleasing your parents. I always say, like when I go and talk, like in any families, the children or the kids, like what best they can do to their parents is just listen to them and follow what they say. I know, like I remember, like when my kids were small in Sunday school, there was a small booklet, honor thy mother and honor thy father. I think there was small booklet was there. We used to give to the kids for drawing and those kind of things. So it is very, very important that person should understand the position of mother and father. Yeah. Most of the time, Srila Prabhupada, mentioned this story, like in his talk many times. One time there was a family somewhere in maybe in California. I think Prabhupada was giving lecture in Los Angeles, probably. I don't remember the exact place, but he was saying that there was in a family there was one father and mother and one small kid. So when that kid took birth, like at that time, like father used to go travel working very far, like 2-3 hour like drive, or maybe like going through train, whatever. He used to go like very far from the home. So he used to leave very early in the morning, like maybe before the child used to woke up in the morning. He used to go like very early in the morning and used to came very late in the night. So when the child was small, the routine was going like this, and when the child little grown up, but still that continuity was going on. But one day what happened is like, and that child never saw his father. He was keep coming and going. So yeah, like leaving early in the morning, coming late in the night. So child was not able to see the father at all. So one day what happened is like the one like it was a weekend probably I think, and then father was sleeping in the house and child woke up and he saw there's a man sleeping in the house. So he came to his mother and asked, "My dear mother, there is a man in the house. Who is that?" So then the mother said, "He's your father." So then he said, "What is the meaning of father? Who? What father means?" So then mother, how mother is going to explain who his father is? So it's very difficult, nowadays, children like you ask, oh, he's your dad, he's your father. Okay, dad means what? Who buys stuff for us? Who go to a store and buy some stuff for us? He's the dad, his father. Mother means who cooks for us. They really don't know the meaning of what is the meaning of father and who's a mother. So this is here, this example what Prabhupada say in this is the relationship between father and son is always sublime. Okay. So a perfect father and a perfect mother example, perfect father and a perfect son example is given here. The perfect father is that who is very much like versed in Vedic literature and he's a devotee of Krishna. If father is a devotee of Krishna and son is always surrendered to the father, then the perfect relationship comes. So here Prabhupada say that the father is naturally disposed with goodwill towards the son. See, in this material world, except mother and father, there is nobody who is actually well-wisher of yours, except Guru. Krishna and Guru, uh, after that, generally first Krishna comes, Krishna the well-wisher of all the living entity, and then your spiritual master. And then after that, your mother and father is the first. There's nobody else except mother and father who is really well-wisher of yours. Even, many times wife and husband, they are well-wisher, but many times they are not. So they are not always. But here the word Prabhupada used naturally. See, this is we have to very important that Prabhupada what he's using. Father and mother, they are both very naturally, like they always want goodwill of the son. Naturally. It's not that they have to say, okay, you have to do it or what. And even though sometimes child doesn't do good service to the father and mother, but still the nature of mother and father is that they are naturally disposed with goodwill towards their son. Naturally. Right? Except than that, there is no other relatives, no other blood relative who are very naturally disposed to you. In some families, it might happen that brother is very much want the goodwill of the other brother or sister or uncle, auntie, mama, chacha, whatever like. So there are many relationships in the family or relatives, and nobody is that naturally disposed to you with your goodwill. But father and mother, they are almost always in certain circumstances like Hiranyakashipu. I don't want to give the name, but in certain circumstances when father is like Hiranyakashipu, then it might not be there. But almost always that father is always naturally disposed to the goodwill of the son. So here, and he's Prabhupada said that he's always ready to help the son in his progress in his life. So another example I can give, Srila Prabhupada's his own father. Srila Prabhupada always says that my father, Gormon Day, he's my first spiritual master. He's always recognized. Srila Prabhupada always mentioned several times that he's my first guru and he's a pure devotee of Krishna who actually gave me Krishna consciousness right from the beginning in the house. Srila Prabhupada has mentioned that many times that he gave me the Radha Krishna deities to serve. He introduced me the first Rath Yatra. So this is very important that his father, Srila Prabhupada's father, was a pure devotee of Krishna, and he inspired. No, actually, Srila Prabhupada was already pure devotee of Krishna, but still, to show the relationship that he inspired Srila Prabhupada to become a devotee of Krishna. And Prabhupada many times mentioned that like my guru, my father want me to become a servant of Radharani. He want me to become a servant of Radharani. So he always like very happy that I will become a devotee of Krishna. And another instance that I remember that Prabhupada was saying that when Prabhupada got married, he didn't like his wife. So he was not happy. He don't want to like because he said like, oh, I don't like my wife. So he went to his father that he want to marry again. Right? So then his father asked, like, what do you want? He said, like, I don't like my wife. So then his father says that that's a blessing to you. It it is good for you in your spiritual life, because if you get attracted to your wife and then you become engrossed in material activity in your family, then you can't make progress. Sometime, the father, like, generally father doesn't say this kind of thing. I was very surprised and shocked that Srila Prabhupada mentioning that Gaur Mohan Day's father is saying this point. Generally father or parents, generally they want son to be engaged in the family life, and be a good husband or good father, those kind of things. But here government day is saying that, oh, that's blessing for you, you will make progress in spiritual life because of this. So, but anyway, we know that pastime after that later, like Srila Prabhupada, when he was not happy with his wife, he left the house and he took Vanprastha, and then later he took sannyas. And if Srila Prabhupada would have not taken sannyas, we would not be here. If Srila Prabhupada would have not come here, who is going to deliver us here? So that was another like example. And then we have another example of father and son, like Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur. This like the perfect father and perfect father, son. Mm. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a perfect example of a like a father who actually have like a lot of children, but how to become a Vaishnava in a family life. Now, in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually the perfect example of a Grasta who actually lived like a perfect pure devotee. And then Srila Bhakti Thakur is the son who actually followed the instruction of his father. So, and but in even in a common scenario, we see the father is naturally disposed for the goodwill of his son. But here Prabhupada says, but in spite of father's goodwill, the son is sometimes misguided. So what Prabhupada is saying is that here we have some bad example of son. Like for example, Duryodhana. Like initially, Dhritarashtra want Duryodhana to be a good person, but Duryodhana was basically in the company of Karna and Dushashana and Shakuni. He completely become gone in wrong direction. So because of that, Dhritarashtra also gone God bad. Initially he was not, but later he becomes so much attached to his son that actually he also got spoiled because of that. But here Prabhupada say that sometime son doesn't listen to the father. In case of a bad example, when they don't listen to their father and they go in a wrong direction, even though father is giving them instructions, but son doesn't listen and they go in a wrong direction. So because of his misuse of personal independence, they make a choice. So generally he says that when a child become adult, like at the age of 16 or 18, they start making their own choices, right? But if they will make their choices rightly, then they will be going in the right direction. But if they don't make the choices rightly, they go in the wrong direction. So here Prabhupada says the son sometimes misuse his personal independence and not follow the instruction of the father. There are examples in the Vedic history that many times the son doesn't listen to the father, and then because of that they will not get blessed by the father. So one example is like I'll give you in Shrimad Bhagavatam ninth canto. hmm, there is a story of Nabhag Maharaj. hmm. So Nabhag and his son was Nabhag. So again, that names are coming, Nabhag and Nabhag. So different names. So he was a king. Nabhag Maharaj was a king, and he has many sons. And one of the son name is Nabhag, and he went to the Gurukula. He was like he went to Gurukula and getting the training of Brahmachari. So his brother also were there in the Gurukula, and because their brothers were elder and they were actually like they left Gurukula early because they want to join the Grasta life. So they came and they actually like took the their property. The father has a property, and the all the elder sons of the father, they divided the property and they took everything with them. But the youngest son Nabhag, he was still in the Gurukula, and he chose to study little more. Like say for example, sometime we study like undergrad and then graduate, then postdoc or something like that, PhD or whatever. He took some more time to study more in the Gurukula. So he was like he studied like 10-15 years more in the Gurukula. And by that time he was studying, his sons They actually took all the money of the father and they divided. That's generally system is like in Vedic system is the father's property is divided among the sons. So all the elder son, they thought that this youngest one, he's not coming back. He's going to become brahmachari and then he's going to go to forest. Maybe he's going to become a sannyasi directly from there. So he don't need any money, so don't need to give anything to him. So these elder sons, they divided all the property among themselves. But after a few years later, this Nabha came to there and he asked like, where is my share of the property? He asked the father, my dear father, I need my property because how I'm going to survive? I'm a Kshatriya. I need some property. I need some land, some money or something like that. Then all the his father say, your brothers already divided all my wealth. So you go and ask them. So this Nabhag went to them and he say like, please give my portion. They say, oh, we already divided. We can't give. Who's going to give their portion to them? To this Nabhag? They refuse. No, we are not going to give. So the father was very angry with those elder sons. He said like, well, what can I do? Now these are they are not following my instruction. They are going be outside my instruction. So but because you are my obedient son, because Nabhag Maharaj was very obedient to his father. So he said like, because you are my very obedient son, I'll bless you that you will get wealth very shortly, very good amount of wealth very shortly. But he's saying, how I'm going to get it? You are giving me blessing, but how I'm going to get it? So then his father said, don't worry, because you are very, very much obedient to me. By my blessing, you will get it. So then his father actually instructed him that just little far from that place, he said there is a group of Brahmanas. They are actually performing a yajna. And in that yajna, they are basically, when they are performing yajna, they are making one mistake. They are not chanting some mantras properly, and because of that their yajna is not getting complete. They are doing karma kand actually, so their yajna is not getting complete, and because their yajna is not getting complete, they are not able to go to the swargaloka or the heavenly planets, and they are getting frustrated with that because you studied under your Guru Maharaj all these mantras. So if you go and help them, then these people will basically, these Brahmanas will become very happy, and in return they will give you all the wealth. So then the Nabhag says to his father, how come they are going to listen to me? I'm a Kshatriya, they are Brahmanas. If I'm going to recite some mantra, they are going to chastise me. How can a Kshatriya recite mantra for Brahmanas? It doesn't like it. This is not the order of the society. Then he said, no, no, don't worry. These Brahmanas are very nice and polite. They will take, because you are helping them to complete their yajna. They will basically become very happy with you. So father actually instructed Nabhag, so you go there and then so Nabhag came to that place, and this yajna was going on. And when the time came for those mantras, these Brahmanas, they don't know how to chant this mantra, so they stopped. So at that time, Nabhag says, can I chant those mantra, please? So all these Brahmanas, yes, yes, why not? They thought that how the Kshatriya son, he's there and he is ready to chant mantra for us. So he chanted those mantras, and then by that mantras, they able to finish the yajnas. And then when the yajna finished, there's a one airplane came from the sky, from the heavenly planets, and that plane, they actually, all the Brahmanas sat there and they are ready to go to the Swargaloka. But because they are performing yajna, there were a lot of paraphernalia was there, which is all made of gold. Because they, at that time, everything was used which is made of gold. So there was so much wealth was there. So they gave all this wealth to Nabhag. You can say, you can take this wealth. So Nabhag was very happy because he said, this is what my father was saying, that I'm going to get a good amount of wealth. So by the blessing of the father, he got so much wealth. So he was ready to take the wealth. When he was collecting everything in his chariot, suddenly one black personality came, and he said, oh, you cannot take this. You cannot take this because this is my property. So Nabhag says, how come this is your property? All the Brahmanas who are basically doing yajna, they gave me this property. This is mine. You can take it. But that personality is saying, no, you can't take it. This is my property. It is given by me. It is destined to come to me. So then Nabhag, he was a Kshatriya. He said, okay, no, you can't take it. So he's ready to fight. But then that personality says, okay, what we can do is that you go on to your father and ask who's who's who is the really owner of this property. You go and find your father, because your father knows the dharma. So if you go and ask your father, and whatever your father say, I'll follow. So this Nabhag became very happy. He said, like, my father actually sent me here. So if I'll go and tell my father that this is the situation, so my father is going to give verdict in favor of me, not this personality, right? So then, okay, you stay there. I'll go to my father and talk to him. So he went there and he narrated the whole incident, what happened, and then he said that this black personality came from north, and he's saying that this is his property, not mine. So then his father say, yes, what he's saying is correct. You go and give the property to him. So then Namak became very unhappy. How come, my dear father, you told me that this property is mine and the Brahmana is going to give me property, but now you are saying this property belongs to that black personality. So then he said, no, go and give this property to that person. He didn't reveal who's that personality. So he came back Nabhag and he said, well, my father gave the decision that this property belongs to you, so you can take it. I'm not taking this, is my father's decision. Hmm. So that black personality was none other than Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva became very happy with Nabhag. He said that I was testing you, that how much you follow the instruction of your father. And Nabhag Maharaj is also very pious and very very versed in Vedic literature. So he know what the right dharma is. So because whatever left over in Yajna is actually belong to Lord Shiva. If you remember in the Canto 4, pastimes we are Dakshan and then and Lord Shiva is there. So at the end of the Yajna, it was decided that whatever left over in the Yajna is belong to Lord Shiva. So that's why from that principle, whatever the property left by the Brahmana is actually belong to Lord Shiva, not to Nabhag, even though Brahmana gave to Nabhag. So Lord Shiva came to claim there, and Nabhag Maharaj knows that this is belong to Lord Shiva. So he followed the dharma, and his son also followed the instruction of the father. So that's another example of a perfect father and perfect son given in Srimad Bhagavatam, that how when you follow dharma, you really get the blessings of even Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva not even blessed him, he gave him the proper wealth, the all the wealth and everything. So, but sometime but the other sons, they did not follow the instruction because of they make the choice and they just took the wealth of their father. But they did not get blessing from the father. Father did not like because they didn't follow the instruction. So that's another story. But here Prabhupada say every living entity, however small or big may be, has a choice of independence. So everybody can make a choice whether they want to listen to the instruction of their seniors or not. If the son is unreservedly willing to be guided by the father, and the father is 10 times more eager to instruct and guide him, by all means. This is natural. So like even we see here in father and son relationship is there, but we can see same relationship between guru and a disciple. Disciple is considered as a son of the guru, because they are in the parampara, they are in the same gotraja, because like a brahmanas previously, Prabhupada mentioned in the 9th canto that previously like a brahmana used to have two families. One is the family which basically his own, the family coming from the child born from his own body, and the family that is basically the disciple of the brahmana. So even the disciple considered as the son of a guru. So if son or a disciple wanted to follow the instruction of the father or a guru, then guru and a father, they are more eager to give instruction and guided by all means. So we have another example in Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, where Lord Rishabdev is teaching to his 100 sons. 100 sons. Lord Rishabdev has 100 sons, and the eldest one, Raj Rishi Bharat, he was there. And so Lord Rishabdev, before leaving, going for for forest, he actually instructed all his 100 sons. And the famous instruction, we know what Lord Rishabdev says: Guru na sasyat, Swajano na sasyat, Pita na sasyat, Janni na sasyat. So Lord Rishabdev say, you have no right to become a guru if you cannot deliver your disciples. You have no right to become Swajan if you cannot deliver your relatives. You have no right to become father if you cannot deliver your child. You have no right to become mother if you cannot deliver your child. You have no right to become husband if you cannot deliver your wife. You have no right to become a demigod if you cannot deliver your worshipper. So there also this says that it is important, very important as duty of a father to deliver his dependents. So here he says that the father is more eager to instruct his son if the son is very very obedient. See another example we can see like Lord Ram, famous in the Ramayana. Dashrath Maharaj, he saw that Lord Ram is so much obedient. So because of that, Dashrath Maharaj want to give his whole kingdom to Lord Ram. So that's the relationship that father and son have here. So here Prabhupada says the father and son relationship as exhibited in the dealing of Brahma and Manu is excellent. Because here is a perfect father, he want to give blessing to Manu Maharaj so that he can make progress in his spiritual life. And here is a Manu Maharaj who is ready to follow the instruction of his father. Whatever you is saying, my dear father, whatever you instruct me, I am ready to do it. But if we see in the same context, when Brahma gave birth to four Kumaras, the first sons of Lord Brahma, they disobeyed. They disobeyed Brahma. So Brahma's first son, four Kumaras, when they appeared, Lord Brahma was actually about to say to them to go and start creating living entity. But even before that, all the four Kumaras they left, they ready to left there, and they say, oh, we are not going to engage in family life. We are leaving. We are going to stay brahmachari. And Brahma was very very angry with them, naturally. But again, because four Kumaras, the purpose of four Kumaras was not to actually create living entity, because they are the incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And so their purpose is to preach the message of Krishna. So four Kumaras, Narad Muni, and all other brahmachari, like they are all basically preaching the message of Krishna. So they are actually serving not the Lord Brahma, the father, but they are really serving the Supreme Father Krishna. So if a son is engaged in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and for that if he need to disobey his father, that's fine. See, we see example of four Kumaras. Four Kumaras, like Lord Brahma wanted them to engage in a family life, but they said no, we are not going to do it. So because of that, Brahma would have cursed them. But because four Kumaras they were engaged in the service of Krishna, in the message, preaching the message of Krishna. So they are fine. Like as we see an example of Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj. Hiranyakashipu instructed Prahlad Maharaj not to worship Lord Vishnu, not to worship Krishna. But Prahlad Maharaj say, my dear father, I can do everything but not this thing. Prahlad Maharaj was very obedient to, very very respectful to Hiranyakashipu, and we see that in the past time, but he did not listen to this instruction, what Hiranyakashipu is saying, because Prahlad Maharaj knows that this is no wrong instruction, I cannot take it. So if the father doesn't engage his son in the devotional life, then son has his choice. He can go to the Krishna without and leave the father. We have those examples also. And similarly, we see example of Lord Ram's brother Bharat Maharaj. So Bharat Maharaj, like because Kaikai Kaikai tried to separate Bharat from Ram. Because Kaikai tried to separate Bharat from Ram by giving the kingdom to Bharat Maharaj and sending Ram to the banished to the forest. So because of that, Bharat Maharaj was not happy, and he actually left his mother. He said, I don't want you. He said, from today onward, you are not my mother. So similarly, as Prahlad Maharaj did not listen to father, Bharat Maharaj did not listen to mother. So there are examples when a choice come for a devotee to make, and if the relative or even guru, like we see Bali Maharaj, example of Bali Maharaj guru Sukracharya told him not to give everything to Lord Vishnu. Then Bali Maharaj rejected the instruction. So there are example in our Vedic history that if we are basically engaging in the service of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, and your relatives are favorable to that, relative, mother, father, guru, even they are the very respectable personalities, even if they will become hindrance in your service to Krishna, you can reject them. So, but when they are both qualified, it Prabhupada says, when both son and father are qualified, well qualified, their example should be followed by all humankind. So this is example Prabhupada say that this how like Lord Brahma and Manu Maharaj, they are the perfect father and perfect son. So Manu the son unreservedly asked the father Brahma to instruct him, and the father was full of Vedic wisdom, was very glad to instruct. So here Lord Brahma is going to instruct Manu Maharaj how he can serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is very good. Like if a father engage a son in the service to Supreme Personality of Godhead, then the son will automatically get delivered by the instruction of his father. So father's example is generally in the history, in the 10th canto, I remember a pastime when Lord Shri Krishna, he came from Vrindavan, and when Akrura brought Shri Krishna back to Vrindavan, to Mathura, then Lord Krishna killed Kamsa, and then he came to the prison house where Devaki and Vasudev, they were imprisoned by Kamsa. So he came there, and he actually offered obeisances to his mother Devaki and father Vasudev. And at that time Lord Krishna says that, please forgive me that I was not able to serve you from a long time, almost 11 years, like 11, 12 years when Krishna was there in Vrindavan. And then he's saying, please forgive me, I could not serve you during that time because I was there. And now, I'm here for your service. Please let me know what I can do. And then he says that if whatever instruction parents gives, and if a child follow that instruction seriously, by that exchange, a son might directly get the blessings of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He might, what Krishna is saying, that if there is a perfect relationship between father and son and mother and son, that relationship can bring even the blessing of Supreme Personality of Godhead directly, and they can go back home, back to Godhead. Even that Krishna says there. So it is just by following the instructions seriously, if they follow this, because this is a Vedic tradition. But again, we have examples like here, like in the history, where there is a good example and there is a bad example also. So the example of father of mankind may be rigidly followed by the mankind, and that will advance the cause of relationship between fathers and sons. So this is the important instruction that Prabhupada giving here, and we can take in the context of like in present day, like the relationship between guru and a disciple, that how we should follow as a disciple, what is our duty, that we should follow the instruction of our guru very seriously. Hmm. And if we follow instruction of seriously, our spiritual master very seriously, then that will basically bring us to the very nicely on the spiritual platform, and we can go back home, back to God very easily. All right, so thank you all. I'll stop now here. If anyone have any comment or questions, please let me know, or maybe corrections if I said something wrong.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Very
Right?
wonderful class, Prabhu. So I wanted to just share one thing.
Sure.
Yeah, like some mother and father did not really want their kids to be Krishna conscious, but they become Krishna conscious. And we are trying to, make them Krishna conscious. They don't want to. Then what to do, Prabhu?
Well, you should make them Krishna conscious. So
Yeah,
that's the
it's
ultimate
really
thing.
hard.
Without Krishna consciousness, life is materialistic. Life is like a hell. So we should give them we should give them. We should bring them to Krishna consciousness. Even though mother and father doesn't like, that's fine. We have examples that if mother and father doesn't like child to become Krishna conscious, that does not mean that we should not make them Krishna conscious. Because, but one thing that I would say that uh, we should not force uh, like uh, 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 anyone into like that, but rather we should instruct them properly so that they voluntarily come and accept Krishna consciousness. you know because generally sometime happens, if we try to force children, okay, you become like this or you become like this, that's not good idea.
They will never do.
So we have to basically give them Krishna consciousness with love and care, and so that when they take it, it will go along with them. It's not that like I have seen many parents or other people, they want to force kids. Okay, you do it, do it, do it. If you don't do it, there will be punishment or something like that. So that's not the way. We should not like enforce like rules on for them. Rather, we should give them a proper environment. We should give them a proper association, and with them, with love and care, we should bring them to Krishna. That's the idea.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Maybe Kevalya Prabhu want to give some instruction because he has so much of experience in Krishna consciousness.
Okay, Prabhu. So sometime mother father actually are not Krishna conscious. That's it happens with many devotees. Actually, their father mothers are not, but we cannot force them, because they are respected of our parents, so we cannot force them. But with love and devotion, actually, if we explain them, and at least, even they don't want to go to temple, don't take it, but at least give them Krishna prasadam, and by prasadam, slowly, their mentality may change. And if you actually just hate them, other way, I'm saying that if you hate them and if you say that, okay, you are not Krishna, I'm not going to live with them. That's not the good way actually. But with lot of love and affection, if you give them prasadam and maybe sometime you can put on the kirtan or something, they listen the kirtan. Slowly, it may take long time, but their heart will melt actually. And there are a lot of chances they can become devotee rather than going other way. They're hating the parents. We should never hate our parents. We should love them, and with our love, they will really, their heart will melt definitely. Yeah, so that is the proper way actually for doing it. It happens to many Matajis also. Their husbands are not devotees. And they force. They are so bad. And they say, "Don't go to temple. Make the meat for me," and all those things. But it is the wife's duty. To act properly in the family, respect her husband, even though he's drunkard or eating meat, but at least, some way you do your chanting. If he doesn't let you do the chanting, then just do it like hiding, get up early in the morning, do it. So, yeah, that way, slowly give him Krishna Prasadam also. So later on, I have seen two or three examples myself that they turned into good devotees actually. They took the initiation and everything. They were very against Krishna consciousness, but slowly they turned. So we have to keep patience about that. But making devotee is not easy actually, it's very hard. We actually, whosoever take the shelter of Prabhupada, they are very lucky people that we are towards Krishna, otherwise, in this material life, is Kali Yuga, devotees are very rare. It's a rare commodity actually. So,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the instruction. Anyone else have any other comment or question? Yeah, one
Hare
thing that
Krishna Prabhuji.
yes,
I just
Mataji.
want to say that I really like the example of Navag and Navag. That was really interesting. I didn't know who the person who came in the end. you
Yeah,
were Shiv.
Lord Shiva. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That
Hare
past
Krishna.
actually Nabhag Maharaj is the father of Ambrish Maharaj. You have
Okay.
the story of Ambrish Maharaj. Ambrish, who was a very great king, he's the son of Nabhag Maharaj, and because Nabhag Maharaj followed the instruction of his father very nicely, even though his brother didn't give him the property, the father said, "Don't worry. By patience and by listening to his father's instruction, Nabhag actually get more wealth than his brothers, and he also get the special blessing of Lord Shiva, and he got a son like Ambrish Maharaj."
Yeah, very nice.
So like this is a common thing in India, like people like elder kids
Mm.
don't give property to their younger kid. This thing happen, but because actually I forgot to mention is that, so then when Nabhag Maharaj came after the education, so all his elder brothers, they did not give him the property, and when he asked for the property, they say, so we have given father as a share to you, means service to father. what the logic what they gave is that generally you might have heard that the owner of the property, say suppose if somebody have a $1 million and the owner of the property is considered twice the value of the property. You might have heard this, right? Prabhupada also mentioned that the owner of the property is actually considered 2 times valuable than the total property that he have. So suppose somebody have $1 million, then the owner generally considered as $2 million worth. So then those the elder brothers, they told, we took the property, but we don't have anything to give offer to you, but we will give you father as a property to you, so you can go and serve the father.
Wow.
So Navag say, oh, that's the right. And then his father say, your brothers, they are cheaters. They don't want to give you anything. That's why they gave it to me, to you. And I'm an old person, and you have to serve me. So that's why they gave it to me. But Nabhag Maharaj was very obedient. He served his father very nicely, and then by the blessing of father, he got the wealth. Very nice thing. When I heard this story, it was very inspiring to me. Actually.
Yeah, it's very nice. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
But on the other side, we have example like especially like pastimes of Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj. So one thing, like I say that Prahlad Maharaj was very obedient and very respectful to his father all the time. He never disrespected father at all. Whatever, like he always offered obeisances to Hiranyakashipu. He always want welfare of his father Hiranyakashipu. But when it's come to Krishna consciousness, he was very much, like strong that he's not going to deviate. If you do these kind of things, like then it's very people will change in today's world also, right? But Hiranyakashipu was like number one atheist. Prabhupada say he was number one atheist. So their example is that he goes so far that he want to kill Prahlad Maharaj. But Prahlad Maharaj was very staunch devotee that he did not deviate from that path, that becoming Krishna conscious. So we have to follow that path also. Like when it's come to Krishna consciousness, we should follow that because that is our eternal duty. Our first prime duty, Savai Punsam Paro Dharmo, Yato Bhakti Radokshaji. Our first prime duty is to serve Krishna. So even though your family might not support you, even though your family might against you, so we can actually like live with them. But as long as when it's come to Krishna consciousness, we should be very strong that we will not leave Krishna consciousness. Will not leave. You can stay with the family, you can stay with people, you can serve them, not a problem. But you yourself stay strong that you will become Krishna conscious because this is the only human life we have. We might not get another human life, or we might get human life after a long period of time. If we miss this opportunity, we will not become Krishna conscious. Who knows when we are going to get it back, So that's why Prabhupada always says, don't let this Krishna consciousness go. And Prabhupada also mentioned that many actually parents, when Prabhupada was here, many kids left their families and joined the Hare Krishna movement. So many parents, Prabhupada said, might have cursed me because you left them. But that's fine. Prabhupada, that's fine because Krishna consciousness is the ultimate. This is the prime duty of the whole all the humanity. So they should come to Krishna first. That's the point.
Thank you very much. Very inspiring class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All right. Any other question or comments anyone have before we end?
Very nice class. Thank you so much, Ramcharan Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So thank you. We can end the class now. Hare Krishna, everyone. Vancha kalpatarubhascha.
Thank you, Ramcharan.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.